everybody, it's Angela from Prettify Your Life, and today I am going to show you how I made these super cute margarita props for my Cinco de Mayo garland that I'm going to put up tomorrow. I wanted to get it done sooner, however, you're probably like me, May is crazy, all kinds of things coming to head at school and with sports for the end of the year, so it's been crazy. And it's okay because it's windy outside and it's not fun to put stuff up in the Oklahoma wind. So anyway, this is made out of foam, and I've done a lot of different little things to make it dimensional. Now I have to tell you right now, this is a tedious project, at least the way I did it. But I tried some new things with this project. I'm happy with the way it came out, but it's not for the faint of heart. It's not difficult, it's just time consuming. So let's get started. Okay, the first thing I did was I bought the mixed drinks Cricut package of cut files on the Cricut craft room, and what we're going to deal with is the margarita, and I was able to get it all laid out on my computer. I had to YouTube a few of these. I'm still working on digital cutting. I'm still getting used to that, but once you YouTube a few videos, oops, it's pretty easy. And so this is a 13-inch long margarita. So what I did is I cut out each different layer, okay, and I cut them out on file folders. Here they are, and I labeled them. I always like to label the front of my templates. I like to use file folders for my templates, and I put what they were. I will probably go ahead and put 13 inches so that I know the size, just in case I lose the file for some, if I accidentally delete it or something. And so make sure you label the front, because that can help you in the long run. So that's the first step I did. Okay, then the next step is to take all of your different templates and trace them out on the different colored, excuse me, the different colored fun foam. You can paint this. I know some people that paint foam board and it's beautiful. I just didn't want to have to paint all those different layers, and I like to work with fun foam. So again, I traced out all the different layers. On something light like this white, I flip it over. That's why it's important to have your front labeled. I flip it over so that when I cut it out, if there's any lines that are shown, it's going to be on the back. Okay, and I just use a regular ballpoint pen. So that's the next step, is to draw out all of your layers and then cut them out. You can use scissors. Excuse me, I'm having allergies. You can use scissors, which I usually like to do with foam, but also, as you can see on the lime, it's very intricate, and a sharp X-Acto knife works really well with fun foam. It's easy. So let's go on to the next step. Now that I had all of my different pieces cut out, all I did was I hot glued them. I layered them and hot glued them. The black is the shadow, then you have the white of the glass, and then the green of the margarita liquid, as well as the inside of the lime, and then the lime rind. And now, after that's all done, it's really quick and easy to put together. Just don't go crazy with the hot glue, because it can seep out the edges and kind of get icky. But after that's done, let's go to the next step, and I'm going to demonstrate that for you. Let me zoom in here. What I'm going to use is our friend Snowtex. Can't see because of the label, but it's called Snowtex. You can get this at the craft store, Hobby Lobby, Michael's. I used this last Christmas for my burr floral picks, but you know what? It makes great salt, and it's dimensional, which is really cool. So I just take an old brush, a small, short one, a little bit stiff, and I dip it in to the Snowtex, Okay, get a glob of it, and then I just put it down up on the top where the salt would be on the rim of the glass. And just keep layering all along the rim of the glass. Isn't that cool? It totally looks like salt. I love products like this that give a normal flat design some dimension and some interest, and it makes your friends go, how did you do that, you know? So I'm going to finish applying the salt or Snow-Tex, and then I'll show you what to do on the next step. Okay, I just finished applying the Snow-Tex for the faux salt. Super quick, super easy, and also I like it because it can cover up if some of your layers edges didn't match quite well. So this kind of disguises it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some diamond dust. Again, you can find this probably near the glitter in your craft stores. I have to warn you, this stuff is sharp, okay? Literally, I cut my finger yesterday working with it. It's not nearly as forgiving as glitter. It is like little shards of glass, so be very careful. I wouldn't advise you letting your children play with it. So let me zoom in here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. The Snow-Tex is still wet, and I'm just going to pinch some of the Snow-Tex, and I'm just going to sprinkle it. Or sorry, I'm going to take some of the diamond dust and just kind of sprinkle it in the Snow-Tex. Okay? It is a little messy, but you know, crafting is not neat. Can't be a crafter if you're worried about being neat all the time. And then once I've sprinkled it all the way down, I like to press it in a little bit, but not too hard because I don't want to get rid of my dimension that the Snow-Tex has created. So what this does is it's going to give that kind of shimmery effect that salt does. It glistens, and it will once it's dry. So I'm going to set that aside, and we'll go to the next step.